Hi friends, how are you all? This is NVJ, first year intermediate first year CEC group. I am studying at Redyala TTWREIS Boys, Mahbubabad. Today we are going to learn about the economics. Do you know what is meant by economics? We all are learning these are in the economic subject. Okay, next today our content is 5. There are 5 contents. They are what is meant by economics and importance of economics and what is market in economics, classification of market and types of markets. And briefly we are going to learn about these 5 contents. Okay, first what is meant by market in what is meant by economics. Economics is a social science concerned with the production, consumption and distribution of goods and services. It studies how individual, businesses, governments and individual about make choice how to allocate resources. Economics can generally divided into 2 types. One is macroeconomic and another one is microeconomic. Then macroeconomic. What is meant by macroeconomic in economics? Macroeconomic is the word macro is derived from the Greek word. Macro means large, which concentrates on the behavior of economy as a whole. And microeconomic. Microeconomic means the word micro is derived from the Greek word which means small, which focuses on individual and people. Okay, these are the types of economics. And economics is the systematic study of never ending efforts of man to satisfy his wants with limited resources. Economics is the production, distribution and consumption. These all the gathering of matters is known as economics. Okay, then the publication of Adam Smith in his famous book An Inquiry into the Nature and Cause of Wealth of Nations in 1776. Economics came a light of the day. Okay, we learned about what is meant by economics. Then what is importance of economics? Economics plays a role in our everyday life, which studies enable us to understand past, future and current models and apply them into the societies, governments, businesses and individuals. American economist provides useful definition, that is, economic is the study of cause and effect relationship in the economy. Okay, we already learned about what is meant by economics, importance of economics. Then what is market in economics? Then I will say economics in a market. It refers a market as not a physical place. Economists will describe a market as a coming together of buyers and sellers, an arrangement where the buyers and sellers are in direct or direct contact to buy or sell the goods and services. Market is a mechanism where the production, distribution and consumption of goods and services are taken place is known as market. Market refers to whole region where the buyers and sellers are of a commodity was affect each other to effect on the commodity. Then what is meant by region? Region is nothing but the land or a area of has a common feature. Then now going to the buyer. What is meant by buyer? buyer, who has a purchase something is known as buyer. A person who is sale, he is known as seller. And we have to know about the commodity. What is meant by commodity first? Then commodity means the value of a something or a object is called as commodity. For example, pen or fans, etc. These are come under the commodity. Then what is meant by sale? Sale means a person who are act as a to sell or sold the goods of his rights, and the person who was consuming the goods is known as buyer. Then after these commodities, then after these two persons, we are going to learn about the classification of markets. In classification of markets, there are divided into three subcategories. One is time, area and competition. Time. In time, there are divided into three subcategories. One is very short period or market period, and another one is, second one is short period market, and third one is long period market. Okay, these are the basic concept of a market in economics of the time. Then another one, second one is area. In area, there are divided into three subcategories. They are, one is local market, and second one is national market, and third one is international market. Local markets are, for the example, vegetables, fruits and flowers. Okay, in local market we can observe vegetables and fruits and flowers at a particular place where the produced area at a place is known as local market. And national market, in national market we can see wheat and rice and clothes. These type of commodities we can see under the national market. And international market, the commodities which is meant by silver, gold and petrol, these kind of commodities is comes in the international market. Then competition. In competition there are two types. One is perfect competition and imperfect competition. Then imperfect competition are divided into four subcategories. One is monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly and duopoly. See, these are the pictures we can see under the local markets. What are those we can see under the pictures of local market? Flowers, vegetables and fruits. And in national market we can see wheat, rice, clothes, these kind of commodities, isn't it? Yes. And in international market, what kind of commodities we can see? Gold, silver and petrol. These kind of commodities we can see in the international market. Okay, then who will demand the commodities? Buyer. And who will supply the commodities? Yes, he is seller. Then who will demand the commodities? Buyers. And who will supply the commodities? Seller. Okay, buyers also known as consumer, and who is producing the commodity we can call as him a seller. Okay, these kind of classification of markets. Okay, we briefly go into the market, which means classification of markets. See, now in time there are three subcategories. One is very short period market and market period. Okay, what is meant by very short period and or market period? Okay, I will say it is a commodity which supply is fixed and cannot be changed. This is called as very short period market period. Okay, and second one is short period market. Okay, what is meant by short period market? One is if a commodity where the supply is can be changed with some extent according to its variable inputs, by changing the variable inputs like labors. Okay, these are the very short period market and market period. And second one is we are also studied about that short period market. And the third one is long period market. Okay, in long period market, it is a market which the supply is can be changed according to the changes of demand. It is known as long period market. Okay, these are the brief about, we are learning brief about the time. Okay, next, area. In area, there are also divided into three subcategories. One is local market and national market, and third one is international market. Okay, first, local market. Local market means what is meant by local market? Local market is nothing but a which the produced area at a particular place or a particular time is called as local market. Example, we can see there these kind of commodities, which means fruits, flowers and vegetables in local market. Okay, the price of goods can depend on the demand, which is on the demand. Okay, this one is the local market, and second one is national market. Okay, in national market, if the market is supply and demanded in overall the country is called as national market. Okay, for example, wheat, rice and clothes which are we seen in the pictures and really at our particular on the camera on the benches. Okay, then this is the national market. And international market, what is meant by international market? International market is nothing but it is a market which is overall demanded and supplied the commodity overall through the world is called as international market. In international market, we can see silver and gold and petrol. These kind of commodities we can see in the international market. Okay, and coming to the third one in the classification of market. Competition. In competition divided into two categories. One is perfect competition and imperfect competition. Okay, what is meant by perfect competition? Perfect competition, a market which doesn't refer to a buyer and barrier which without exist of a full information of him and or the company, of full knowledge of the company, and it cannot be determine the price. When the number of buyers and sellers all are engaged at a particular time or at a homogeneous product, it is not and haven't in a artificial restrictions. Okay, this is the brief about the perfect competition. Okay, then in imperfect competition there are four categories. There are monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly, duopoly. Okay, imperfect competition is nothing but it is a commonly and it is the following structure of monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly and duopoly. These kind of structures we can see in the imperfect competition. Okay, we can briefly explain about the monopoly. First of all, what is meant by monopoly? If a person who is only has a single producer and the product will not has a such a close substance. What is meant by substance? It means alternative. And second one is monopolistic competition. The two producers who exist at a particular time and it is a commodity when he can exist in 2% of goods and services or prices. It is known as monopolistic competition. and oligopoly. Oligopoly is nothing but is a single or a double who is a person is going to the existence and with the price or determine of goods. It is nothing but oligopoly. And duopoly, and fourth one is duopoly. Okay, in duopoly, when the two producers are exist and are in a limited form is known as duopoly. Okay, what will reminded in these topics? Okay, we will again remind our topics, which is we can briefly explain it in this economic subject. Okay, we all gather some information about the economics, what is meant by economics, importance of economics, and what is market in economics, classification of market and types of markets. Okay, nowadays we are not getting to the market we are not going to the market by us only, because through internet and e-marketing and by mobile phones we are getting a free delivery at homes. These kind of features came from nowadays by delivering the commodities which we want the commodities. Okay, this is the brief about the economics. Okay, we already had learnt about this classification of markets based on markets, which is time, area, competition and time. In time, 3, what are they? Very short period and market period, and second one is short period market, and third one is long period market. And in area, what we learned? Local market, national market and international market. And in competition, what we have learned? Perfect competition, imperfect competition. In imperfect competition also we learned about 4 divisions of imperfect competitions. What are they? Monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly and duopoly. Isn't it? Yes. Okay, this is about all which I learned, and I had explained to you briefly about the market analysis. So thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I will thankful to our TSAT channel, and I will thank to our secretary sir, and I will thank for our Dansing sir, principal, who is our principal, and I will thank for our vice principal sir, Madhukar Reddy sir, and I will thankful to my subject mentor Ramesh sir, and I will thankful to all who have supported me. I will thankful to each and everyone. Okay, thanks for this given wonderful opportunity. Thank you.